All right, so now I am going to probably put a snaffle bit in his mouth for the first time. And it's turned off cold here today in Oklahoma, so what I'm going to do is stick this bit inside my vest here while I'm preparing, so that the metal won't be cold on that when I get ready. I think I've done this part before. I can't remember for sure, but I'm going to double check him. Can I pull down on the halter? Yeah, and get him to lower his head. Good. I thought I had done that before. All right, that was good. Now can I do it with my hand, my middle finger and my thumb, ask him to drop that head? Yes, okay. So I have done that before. It's probably been 2 or 3 months ago that I did it, but he remembers it. Good boy.
Oh, I just did that with him as well.
Okay, all right. Delaney said that she just reminded him of it just a minute ago. Good, okay. So right there is the position, and if you'll start off correctly, you won't have to fix it later. All right, by doing it this way every time, you'll understand right there is the bridling position. That's exactly where I want his head to be. Okay, so now I'm going to start off by just putting my fingers in his mouth. I'm going to take my thumb there, or my finger, and just stick it in his mouth. And let him kind of chomp on it a moment, and then I'll take it out. Okay. I know I say this every time. Go slow. Take an extra 10 or 15 minutes the first time you do it, and it'll save you a whole bunch of pain and suffering later on down the road. But we humans, we're so goal-oriented, which is, it's mostly a good thing, but horses are not goal-oriented. They just want to get along and be okay. Okay, good. Good. So other than some dewormer, that's probably the only time he's ever had anything in his mouth. Okay, but he's doing pretty well with that. Okay, now I'll try to do both of them from both sides. Okay, good. So he's not overreacting. He's just saying, what's that? That feels a little strange. All right, not bad at all. Now I'll take the lead rope. Because it just rained a little bit, the lead rope has a little bit of sand on it. Sorry about that, buddy. So it may not taste very well. The reason you want to do this with the lead rope is because you can't hurt a horse with a soft rope. Okay. That's not going to put any kind of pain in his mouth from that soft rope. Leave it there for a few seconds and gently let it come out. Good. He kind of bit it with his teeth and played with it. He's still just a 2-year-old, so they're going to explore and play around. Good. Good. So if you had one that was really difficult, was throwing their head and being really difficult about this, and you don't have to put the bit in the first day. Okay? Might take you 2 or 3 or 4 days. I've had a few horses that came in here with head shy problems. It took me weeks before I could put a bit in their mouth. Takes as long as it takes. Here we go. All right. Good. So he's not bothered. He's not upset. He's not scared. He's good, aren't you, buddy? Yeah. All right. Let's pull the bit out here. Now, the first thing you want to make sure is, can you just move this bridle around his head, or just a head stall and a bit, not really a bridle, but can I move this all around and him be okay with it? Okay, if you can't do that, get that pretty good first. Again, if it takes you 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 sessions, whatever. Takes as long as it takes. Okay. So he doesn't seem to be all that curious about it. He's not scared of it either. Good. Bring it up under his chin. Good. All right. All right. So he's allowing me to move along a little faster than I might with a colt that's a little more bothered by it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bit in his mouth here. Do the same thing I did with my fingers and with the rope. I'm going to let him chomp on it for a few seconds. Not overly concerned, is he? Oh my goodness. And then I'll let him bring it out. I don't think I've ever seen a colt take this easier than him. He is such a good boy. No, he's not for sale. Absolutely not. Okay. Okay, now he's kind of saying, I think I'll pull away from you. That just wasn't all that much fun. So he's kind of avoiding me just a little bit here. That's more like what you would expect the colt to do. Okay, the thing you want to make sure that you don't do is clank their teeth with that bit. That's the cardinal sin. Anytime, but especially in the beginning. You do that, and then you're just creating all kinds of problems and resistance. And it's all your fault if you clank that horse's teeth. Okay? All right. Good. See him relax and drop his head down. He says, I think I might just go somewhere else. And I have this headstall set a little bit loose, and I will tighten it up. It's better to have it loose and then tighten it once you get it in there than to have it too tight, and then he won't, and then it would make it difficult for me to get it over his ears. Okay. All right, so this time I'm going to put it in there and leave it there. Nice and smooth. So go ahead and put it over his ears. And I want to get it pretty tight. First few times you put a bit in their mouth, you want it to be really tight, because you don't want that colt to get in the habit of putting their tongue over the top of the bit. And this prevents that, because he really can't get his tongue over the top of the bit. It's way tighter than I would ride it, but it will prevent that bad habit most of the time. Okay. All right. Good. All right. So now what I will do, just kind of similar to what I did with the saddle. Okay. He's kind of like, get this off. I'm going to leave it in here probably an hour or so, and then I'll take it out. And then after today, every time I mess with this colt, we'll put a bit in his mouth. I won't pull on it for probably another week. I won't put any pressure on it at all. I'll just put it in there, let him carry it around while we do all of our other stuff. And then about a week from now, 4 or 5 sessions, I'll start putting real gentle pressure on that bit and teaching him how to give to the pressure of it. But in the meantime, I'll just let him carry it around. All right, so stay with us. More adventures educating Duke.